Your friendly trauma relief and sometimes silly, I'm sorry, trauma recovery coach, and I'm here to talk about something that a lot of people deal with on a daily basis, okay? Something that I've had to deal with most of my life. I just didn't really know what it was. And but so many people think they're alone in this, but it's like one of the most common things that we as Americans deal with. So you're definitely not alone on this, okay? But I want to I come out stronger on the other end, so I want to share with you the 5 tips that I've used that they actually work. Okay, so don't think you're weird for having these feelings, but like I said, most people have them. And the first thing you need to do is you need to talk with somebody that you trust. Now, it needs to be somebody that's going to support you. It can't be a naysayer that says, "Oh, you're fine. There's nothing wrong. Get over it." No, that's not the people you need to go to. So it may need to be somebody like a therapist sometimes, or even a trauma recovery coach, because what we're dealing with is things that have actually happened. So they're not, our anxiety comes from those, and so it's real easy for us to think of the worst scenario very, very, very fast. I do it all the time. Now that's why I had to come up with some techniques to help me get over that. So the first one I want to go through is, and I know I say this so many times, and I know you're sick of hearing it, but you do have to exercise regularly. It's just all about the chemicals, it's about the endorphins. It really makes a difference. Now, let's say you're going through a pretty severe anxiety issue right at the moment. You want to do something aerobic, because what you're wanting to do is to get that heart rate up. And so if you're going through it right at that moment, that's the best thing to do. If it's not right at that moment and you're trying to maintain, just movement is good. I like to do yoga. That's my biggest one that I like to do, because you're kind of putting the mindfulness, which is, I'll talk about in a minute, but you're putting that kind of in it also. But it does get your heart rate up. People don't think it would, but it does mine, that's for sure. And the next thing, and I know this is not going to be much fun, it'll be a stick in the mud. Now, this is what I'm talking about when you're actually like going through something. You really need to avoid alcohol and caffeine as much as you can. I mean, if you're used to drinking a cup of coffee, that's different than, I know for me, before I started really working on it, I wanted something fast, and I wanted to take care of something fast. I didn't do alcohol that much. But that's a depressant, so that's not going to help you any. So when I'm talking more like when you're right in the moment, you need to really avoid those two things. And the fourth thing is to practice the mindfulness. Okay, and that is that living in the moment. Go back and watch other videos that I've done, and I talk about mindfulness. I think I have a whole series on mindfulness. If you're in my group, be sure to join my group, and you can go and look at the guides, and I have a whole thing on mindfulness, and it's easy to find. And then when you are living in the moment, you have to break the cycle of living in the past or worrying about the future. Both those things. What I would do is focus on every little thing that I have done wrong in the past. And it didn't have to be something big. It was just every little thing. And then, of course, worrying about what's going to happen when you don't have control. Now, right now, I'm finishing up my blog for this week, and I really go into that of how my brain would do that. So be sure to sign up for my blog. I'll put a link in the description of this. But and that comes out on every Thursday, and I send you an email and just click right to it. And then let's see. The techniques. We'll go back to the ones that I told you about. I think you need to go back and watch video on Tuesday. Tuesday's the one you want to watch. Tuesday or Monday? Monday. I'm sorry, it's Mondays, where you do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 objects, 4 sounds. Three object, and touch 3 objects, 2 smells, and 1 taste. Because what you're doing is you're just getting out of your brain for a moment. If you can get out for a moment, that usually helps you to stay out of it longer. But you got to get your brain out of the moment for just a second so you can go forward. But I know I've given you so much this week, and I may have to break these down, but it's just a lot of information to go through. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about how the mental health professionals, like they've been polled and everything, how what they think about anxiety and where it stands. I'll go over that tomorrow. Have a great day.